I'll never forget the day I realized something was wrong. It was a warm summer evening, and we were out for dinner at our favorite restaurant. The ambience was perfect, the food was delicious, but there was an unspoken tension in the air. She seemed distant, lost in her thoughts. I tried to engage her in conversation, but her responses were short, distracted. I felt a knot forming in my stomach, a sinking feeling that something was off. As the evening went on, I couldn't shake the unease that had settled over me. A few days later, I found myself at her apartment. I had stopped by to surprise her, hoping to lift her spirits. But as I walked in, I heard hushed voices coming from her bedroom. My heart raced as I realized she wasn't alone. I stood there, frozen, unable to comprehend what was happening. The voices grew louder, and I recognized the other voice. It was a guy I had seen her talking to before, someone she had introduced as a friend. Anger and confusion swirled within me as I debated whether to confront them or leave quietly. In the end, I chose to confront. I stormed into the room, and their faces turned pale as they saw me standing there. The guy quickly left, leaving me alone with her. I demanded an explanation, my voice trembling with a mix of hurt and anger. She tried to explain, but her words felt hollow, like excuses that couldn't justify what I had just witnessed. She finally admitted to having an affair with him, a coworker she had grown close to over the past few months. My heart shattered into a million pieces right there. The person I trusted the most had betrayed me in the worst way possible. I couldn't understand how she could do this to us, to the life we had built together. The following days were a blur of arguments and tears. I felt like I was walking through a fog, unable to comprehend the reality of what had happened. We yelled, we cried, and we both said things we didn't mean. It was a roller coaster of emotions, ranging from intense anger to deep sadness. I asked her why she did it, why she chose to be with someone else instead of talking to me about what was bothering her. She struggled to find the right words, but it became clear that she had felt neglected, unappreciated. It was as if our connection had faded without me even realizing it. The affair had been going on for months, right under my nose. They had spent time together, gone on trips, and shared moments that should have been ours. It was a brutal realization that the person I thought I knew so well had been keeping such a massive secret from me. In the end, we decided to part ways. The trust was shattered, and the love we had shared felt tainted. It was a painful process of letting go, of untangling our lives from each other. The aftermath was messy, dividing our belongings, dealing with shared friends, and coming to terms with the fact that our story had taken an unexpected turn. I won't lie and say that I've completely moved on. The scars of her betrayal run deep, and I still grapple with a mix of emotions: hurt, anger, and even moments of nostalgia for what we once had. Our story didn't end the way I had hoped, but it taught me that love doesn't always conquer all, and sometimes, people change in ways you never saw coming.